Okay, cool. So,
Comes that beast.
so yeah, you guys are currently in a room
Gungeon beasts.
surrounded by corpses, including one that's been kicked in the shin and killed.
Gungeon beasts.
So yeah, like basically we're just gonna pick up from that kind of like final blow, kind of into the next thing.
Okay. So first things first, Graham. I want to check out what they have on their bodies. Like, I
Okay.
want to pat them down, see if there's any keys primarily, and then their gear.
There's no keys.
No
That's all I
keys.
want at all.
Any bits of paper, any notes of any kind.
Nothing.
They
Nothing.
have no intelligence.
Oh no, one of them had intelligence, but
Yeah, but unfortunately that one died.
yeah, their gear's fairly kind of like standard. There's nothing amazing. Like you got that paladin's mace, which is probably the nicest thing they had. Other than that, there's
Thanks to my in combat appraisal skills.
there's like one
Graham,
what?
what colour was the wizard's robe?
What color was it?
Yeah.
It was I don't know what was the exact color. It was like purple or some shit. It's like the Valasar Mages Guild.
Okay. If it was white, I was going to take it to put on Neshoba later to make him pretend to be a spooky dog ghost.
Okay. But yeah, there's not really that much on them,
Okay, cool.
on their person. Mainly just weapons in their armor.
Can I move all the bodies into the corner?
Sure.
I just need to make sure that there's room for activities.
Okay. So what corner? Pick a corner. Pick a corner.
Any corner.
Pick a corner, any corner. I'd probably move them all over into this corner.
Okay.
I just kind of like stack them in that corner out of the way.
Graham, I go around
There you go.
picking up all the shit I like threw about.
Okay.
You can.
I don't know if you need to, but yeah.
You threw about
Well,
your.
I fucking did it.
Yeah, it's supposed to be fling shit now.
God damn it! You vile monkey.
Oh, you didn't see it because it didn't hit anything apart from like the wall.
The shit has hit the fan.
No, not the fan.
So what's the plan of action?
Knock on the door and see who answers.
Well, let's try and open the door first, I think would be fun.
It's open, but it's like a kind of, if you imagine like a very small kind of like hangar door, so it kind of like two sides just kind of like pull open.
Graham.
Yep.
See this little room? Are the walls to the ceiling, or is it like a room within this room?
It's to the ceiling, but it does look as if it's like built slightly different to the outside of the walls because they
So like kind of partition doors.
yeah, like the outside, like the kind of outside walls look more like they are like foundation and actually part of the original building. This looks as if it's been built inside it.
Well, I would probably ready my scimitar and suggest that Jonas stealths up and give that door a weak open.
Okay.
That seems legit. Right,
Alright.
so I'm going to stealth first.
No fucking half, that is dark, by the way. Like, that's the color of it.
That's nice.
Let's
Like
see.
Coke.
I haven't got a glass.
I've got
Oh,
one.
it is dark.
Could you not have showed us it before you drank it all?
I've not drunk at all.
We've drank most of it.
I literally, like, it's mostly like in that bottle. It's just I poured a little bit out because I was like, how dark is it?
Investigative brown.
Well, because you can taste the dark. That's why I was interested.
Gee, that's
Can
my
we
stealth
go-
check there.
Can we
Is
go
it-
fucking... Oh, we're stealthing.
Brune,
at the door.
how dank does it taste?
Pretty fucking dank, I'll tell you. Soulsby, go ahead with your whatever you do.
And Graham, that's a sleight of hand roll to like slowly open the door
Okay.
if it opens.
Yeah, it opens. Yeah, it's open.
I wanted to like, is it? You said it was a door or was it like a curtain or some shit?
No, it's like two kind of like large kind of cast iron doors that kind of slide open and take up more than what I've drawn it on that there. They take up probably like that kind of space. So as you like pull it apart, it's just kind of like opens up into this room.
Oh, so I'd like pull two doors apart.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, no, I'd want to like slowly open it just so I could like see through.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to instantly just fucking fling them open and be like, huzzah! we're here. I wanna, like, see what's inside.
Surprise!
Okay, there you go.
The lads have arrived.
Surely I'd have like a cone of vision rather than just a
I
penis.
can't do a cone. That's what you're getting.
Oh, do you want to
Oh
describe
no, I
it?
can't. I can't do a poly. Hang on. I can do polygon review.
Surely you can just describe it to me, Graham. You have words.
Build me a mind picture, Graham.
How's that? How's that going for it? Is that okay?
It's
Nothing's
still a
changed.
penis.
Yeah.
Can't. It's not. I can't. Oh God! Right. Did
Oh,
a thing.
sorry. Use your words.
It's Harry Potter!
Fuck it, I'm just going to reveal the whole room because you can kind of see into it. So basically, inside is there's a dude. Inside is a large kind of like cauldron in the center of the room.
Mm.
Leading off of it, there is kind of large glass tubes that lead off into the walls, where there's kind of like decent sized canister looking things. That have this kind of like black, pulsing, kind of like corrupted looking shit, basically.
Okay.
And that's going to get funneled into this cauldron. And facing away from the cauldron towards the back wall is a guy that you recognise as Lord Karlington.
Graham, just to check, you said that the stuff in the canisters is getting funneled into the cauldron,
Yes.
not sucked out of it.
No, funneled into the cauldron.
Funneled in, okay. But the cauldron's not overflowing.
No, no. It's not like flowing in, it's like dripping. It's like being siphoned.
Okay, I take it he's not noticed me.
No.
Right, so I want to like.
But-
I assume I can use the same stealth, like sleight of hand check to close the door
Salisbury,
and
there's
tell
a
the boys.
but.
All right, okay.
He's not
sorry.
noticed you, but he's obviously like having heard ruckus outside is like moving stuff and kind of
What's he
hurriedly.
moving?
He's got a desk in front of him and he's moving stuff about on it. You can just see him collecting papers and moving things.
Okay, cool. So it's like literally he's just like collecting papers and crap.
Yeah.
Does it look like he's about to throw them in like some fucking fire or some crap, or is he literally just collecting his shit up?
No, he just looks as if he's kind of like
Hardly putting his stuff away.
the fucking. The wall has been
He's
breached.
tidying his
Brace
desk.
yourselves.
Yeah. So
Making
I
sure
would
it's presentable.
slowly like close the door and tell the boys what I've seen, and say we should try and apprehend him as quickly as possible before he like kills us all.
I would concur.
Okay.
So if I would suggest that I try and sneak in and get the jump on him, and when the boys hear me go, then
As
They
soon as I hear
rush
a
in.
ruckus, I'm coming on in.
our boys happy with that
Yeah, unless the gnome has spears.
because I'm assuming the gnome still has no spiels. So
Fine by me, you crack on.
right. Do I need to roll again, Graham?
He's too busy gloating.
No,
in
you
his-
can still use that roll.
Cool. I want to just slide the door open and then kind of. Is he facing that back right corner?
He was.
Okay, I want to slide the doors open. Where's he facing?
He is now. I need to move him actually.
Right at the door.
No, he's
Move
now
your
standing
lad,
in this
Soz.
back corner.
Soz, move your lad.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was me. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
He's now standing kind of like huddled into the back corner, clutching at what looks like a large tome and some vials.
Magic.
What's he doing?
Cowering by the looks of it.
That's it though. He's not like mixing shit or anything like that.
No, he's just kind of like backed himself into this corner and is now like kind of hunkered down.
Backed into
Okay,
a
cool.
corner. Don't like the sound of that.
Can I like sleight of hand and move in?
Sure.
I want to move in. Where's the cauldron? Can you ping where the cauldron is so I have a rough idea? Is it right in the middle?
It's like right there.
Yeah, cool. So I'll want to like come into here,
Okay.
and then essentially I want to sneak around the edge and then like get right up in his face with my like weapon and be like, "Ho!" Not literally just like go up and be like, "Ho!" And be like, "Good evening, Lord Karlington."
Okay. So yeah, you can
That's
manage
my
to
plan.
like you can manage to like work your way around the room.
And I want to have my weapon like right up towards his throat.
As you get close
it's
to him,
like
you hear that he's kind of like babbling away to himself and just spouting gibberish.
Cool. Yeah. So he's obviously fairly distracted and going a bit mad. I want to literally like put my like blade like right up against like under his chin, be like, "Good evening, Lord Karlington,"
Okay.
and see what he says. So by assumption, I would be like here by that stage. But also,
Yeah.
if he like makes a move to like jump up, I want to like pile him on the floor.
No, he doesn't. Like he's kind of staring off blankly into the kind of like this kind of direction.
Okay. Does he say anything? Does anything happen?
Yeah. So yeah, you managed to get into range and put your blade up to his throat. And like he just kind of freezes and just stops moving, stops speaking, and his eyes go wide, and he just sits there.
That's it.
That's all he's done now. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, are you actually walking into him?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the book off him.
Okay. Well, as you're walking up, Will, he's going to throw something at you.
It's a cool story, bro.
So, he is going to make a ranged attack, which is going to miss. How do you do the whole like what direction it goes in?
It's a D6.
No, for improvised splash weapons or splash weapons in general, it's D8, and it goes one being directly where it came from, and it goes like clockwise around adjacent to the 8 squares, and it goes however far it got thrown. So if he threw it from 10 feet away, if he rolls a 1, it comes directly back at him, essentially.
Okay. So he's probably throwing it as soon as you kind of like enter his line of sight, so as you kind of get to that point.
Cool.
So he's going to roll a 4. So what direction does that go?
If you go clockwise from 1 being directly like back towards him.
So it's like the wall behind Will.
So it's like the fucking... So it's
Yeah,
like,
it should be like this wall here.
that's 1...
No,
Yeah.
the one behind him.
So here.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That one.
Okay, so you
Flash off
can
the
make a reflex save. Because it's kind of like, it's not going to hit you, but it's going to like fly over your shoulder and land behind you. So you can try and make a save to like get any kind of, get out of the radius. Okay, so that passes it. So basically,
As he does that, can I like press my blade into like,
yeah.
not to like actually draw blood and be like, I wouldn't do that again.
Yeah, so basically, like, he's just kind of... So you walk up, put your blade at him, and he freezes, and then as soon as he sees someone in his eye line, he just, like, chucks whatever in his hand at them, and it goes straight over Will's head, because he's quite small, and lands behind him. So Thornan manages to jump out of the way and avoid what splashes out of it. And, yeah, as you kind of do that, he freezes again and just kind of, like, stops moving. And his hand is still kind of out as it had like thrown the vial out. But you notice that what had kind of landed on the ground was a vial of that kind of like black liquid stuff that you can see in the pipe.
What does it seem to be doing?
It is currently eating the floor and like corroding it.
Okay.
Excellent.
And the
Lovely.
floor is made of very solid stone, and it's kind of chewing through it.
Yeah,
Do you miss that one, Will?
Yeah.
Huh? What?
The black stuff, it's eating the floor. It's like the symbiote from the Marvel.
So I just go to Lord Karlington and was like, Lord Karlington, we know what you've been up to in these recent days and weeks, and we have found your children. And just see what he does.
He doesn't move his head, and he's just gonna like, he just starts to kind of like mutter over and over again, saying, "Protect the children, protect the children."
So protect them from what?
He just keeps saying it, like keeps saying it over and over.
Oh,
I'm
good.
gonna try and get the book out of his hands if he doesn't have anything else in his hands to throw it.
Yeah.
He does, but he's kind of like he's currently like got a blade into his throat to the point where there's like a lot of pressure on it, so he's not moving.
Graham,
Cool. I take the book.
could I see the vials that are on the walls?
Yes, they're not really vials; they're like
What,
large
like,
canister things.
Yeah, the canisters. Would I be able to roll a check to see if I know what's in them?
You could do. In terms of like the size of them, they're probably like 4 feet by about a foot, so 4 feet high by about a foot wide.
I mean, I've got a guess at what's in them, but I wanted to check.
Oh, what do you have? What knowledge do you
What
have?
the fuck is this?
I have no knowledges.
Okay. Well, that makes it difficult to roll to see if you know what it is.
Yeah.
Uh,
Nothing's impossible, Graham.
Nothing's impossible.
20s exist.
20s do exist. 20s are not automatic successes though, but unless it's
But if you get a 20 and you're not trained, then you can make a pretty fucking accurate guess at what it is.
You get a guess, but
Or at least ability to discern more than I already know.
um,
That's Alice.
I could give it a survival check.
roll a flat d20. We'll see how it goes.
I rolled really
Okay, so like this is not really something you've experienced before. It's not really in your kind of area of expertise.
good. That's fair enough.
But you do know it looks kind of weird. Like it's kind of fucked up.
Yeah. My initial assumption was that it's blood.
No, it doesn't look like blood. Well, it doesn't look like
What?
any kind of blood you've seen.
Yeah, like my assumption was that it was blood that's been tainted somehow. Maybe by a rape ritual of some kind.
A rape ritual.
Yeah. Apparently those are things. They happen in America.
At Oregon.
Okay.
No university has ever had a rape on campus ever. Definitely not by the football team. Ever.
Moving swiftly.
Can we
on.
not? Can we not make this political or whatever that would be? I don't know.
Not
This
really.
is already political. We're taking down the local lord, Graham. You chose this.
Government America. Pretty much not difficult.
Okay.
Yeah, I take his book over.
You're also ruining the next part of the story.
I want to see what's in the
Okay.
book.
Where you've got to go.
What?
You've got to go undercover on. You've got to go undercover on campus.
but
Infiltrate the dealers, find the suppliers. Exactly the damn same.
Exactly the same.
this isn't Korean Jesus. This is Vietnamese Jesus.
He ain't got time for your shit.
Anywho,
But yeah, can I get his book, please?
yes, you can. You can take his book.
Is it his diary?
No.
Day I went to see the girls.
What,
They were great.
They were dead.
I
what,
killed.
what's in the book?
It is a large, very old-looking tome, and it's kind of bound by a kind of like buckle thing at the front.
Right. I'm gonna take out my wand of detect magic and use one of the charges.
Okay. It is
I feel I should know better.
it is hella magical.
Right.
It is of the necromancy school.
Interesting. Right. It's a big ass book, so and it's not like these guys put summaries in these things. So, can I read the title
It
if there is one?
it doesn't have one, but it has kind of like etched kind of like markings and runes and stuff on it, which I don't think you can read.
I can read Draconic, Sylvan, Elven, Dwarven, Gnome, Goblin, and Orc.
No, you cannot read it.
Fair enough. Draconic was probably my best bet.
What language is that?
Does he have any? Does he still have any of those vials on him?
He has a couple, yeah, and they're just kind of like
Right.
in a small bag that he's holding.
Cohen wasn't a choice.
Cool.
Cohen wasn't a
Can I like tie his hands like in front of him, like with rope? I have rope.
Yeah.
my back.
Like when you go to like kind of move his arms, you feel that he's quite kind of like flaccid. He's not really like resisting. He's not really putting up any kind of struggle. Shut up! It's a word. This is the correct context.
It is, but it still was going to be a penis joke.
Can I?
God
I'm
damn
just
it.
gonna chuck that book away. I'm not gonna unless I can. I can't read the thing. I can't make a.
Well, the old man could maybe help us out with it.
Well, yeah, I was more meaning if I could use either a spellcraft or a use magical device to kind of glean anything from it, but I don't know if it would count as a magical.
Spellcraft surely would be roughly.
Yeah, you could do it if you do a spellcraft roll to see if you've kind of like seen anything like it before.
Okay. Give me a second. Wow, that was god awful.
It's not really something you've seen before, but knowing that it's of like the kind of like aura is of this like from the school of necromancy, which is a school of magic you've seen stuff of. You've never studied it, but you've seen people use it, and you've kind of like read a couple of things about it. Like this looks to be fairly standard for their kind of line of stuff, so it would definitely be like some kind of like Necronomicon style of thing.
Interesting.
Cool. Yeah. So I just want to put my blade away and then like bind his hands and then search him rather thoroughly.
Okay. He doesn't really have anything on him. You find like a bag of coins. It's got like, hang on. It has 40 gold pieces on it. In it.
Yeah,
What's
I'll
that
take
for?
that. It's a slight hand check.
So
I'll take that.
Okay.
we're robbing him as well.
No, I am.
Yeah, he is. If you want to roll
But-
perception to see if you notice it, feel free. But
Yeah, let's go with that.
That was such a terrible roll.
28 was your max. It's like average.
Oh God.
Do I see him, Graham?
Yeah.
I think
You beat his sleight of hand, so you see him pocket it.
Jonas, I don't think that we were here to rob the man as well as put him up for justice.
Well, he won't be needing it after today, so.
Maybe his wife would. She's
Oh,
got she's got many a funeral to organise.
Well, then we'll decide when we speak to her.
I'd much rather decide now.
Well, do you know where she is?
Upstairs.
Then we'll go see her once we've dealt with Lord Karlington. You can hold on to the money until then if you want.
Oh, thank you.
I just kind of like toss it.
I definitely grab it out of there. And put it
I really want to do a roll to see if it lands in the cauldron, but let's
oh yeah,
not.
do it, yeah.
All right, okay. So as we go,
What do you want me to roll?
ranged attack,
Range that.
Right.
and just to make it even more fun, hack on, roll a reflex,
Okay, sick.
just to see where it ends up. The chance of you fucking this is quite small.
With the 20, it is, yeah.
Yeah, but
I think we're all right.
Yep. Okay. So you managed to toss him the coin. It doesn't land in the
Sweet.
cauldron, sadly.
Where's he? I feel with two 20s, like,
Did
we
he-
did pretty well.
Did he have anything else on him?
No, apart from his clothes and what he was holding, he didn't really have anything else.
I strip him. No, I don't. I'm taking the piss. So he's, like, just barely moved an inch since we've kind of apprehended him.
Other than you tying his hands, no, he's not really done
Cool,
anything.
so I'll just kind of, like, leave him in the corner and move
He's
over
also
to...
not like looked away from where he was staring or done anything else. He's literally just been sitting, kind of like frozen.
Was he not just staring at the door?
No, he was staring at a wall.
the wall. Is there anything on the wall or anything there? That
No, it looks
has
like,
the
it just
look?
looks like some kind of blank stare. It's not anywhere in particular. It's just he's just out of it.
Yeah, I just wanted to check. Like, if you see someone staring at something, you would just go, "Wait, what?" And then look back.
So yeah, is there... I want to kind of rifle through his desk.
Okay. Give me a
While Salisbury has moved away, I want to.
I really want to say it's locked, but it's not.
I can help with that.
I'll strength check it then. Is
No,
it
it's
desk?
not. It's not locked. It's not. It's actually it's fine. Yeah, it's just a couple of drawers. Most of it's emptied now. A lot of the kind of like stuff that was on top of the desk is now either like bundled to the side, but and the actual desk itself is fairly like emptied. Of the kind of like bits at on the bit at the side, it's just kind of like scraps of paper with what looks like lots of kind of just scribbling. Like it's very kind of manic, very
Can I decipher any of it? You know, we're gonna roll
to
on
the
that, but-
point where it actually doesn't have any logical purpose to it. Like it's
Can I
literally just
kind
like
of,
mad scribbling.
Flick through the Can I flick through the pages to see if there's like pages from when he was a little bit more sane,
Yeah.
like towards the back, and just see if there's anything that's a little bit more like legible and makes a bit more sense.
Yeah, as you go through them, you kind of like it kind of goes from just mad scribbling to kind of you start to see kind of like more and more words forming to the point where it's just the repeated phrases of it just saying like the thing that he was saying earlier of like protect the children. You see that said a lot. It's like what's the there's three things said. It's protect the children, serve the master, and what is it? Hide the truth is the third one.
Serve the master.
I just immediately turn around and like, who is your master?
He's not. He doesn't say
See if he
anything.
responds. He doesn't say anything. Cool.
Graham,
Do I have? any-
on the desk, like obviously seeing as it's all like manic scribblings and kind of like half sentences and stuff. Has he drawn any symbols?
Kind of, yeah. Like
Okay.
there's things that appear more than once that would be.
Yeah, that's the sort of thing. I'm
Yeah,
looking
it's
for
not
maybe, like,
coincidence.
a pattern or something that he keeps going back to, or maybe like if he's drawn the letters that then outline a pattern, sort of thing.
No, yeah, there's definitely stuff like that.
Yeah, is there any symbols that I would be able to like that I would recognize or be able to pick out as something to go and ask somebody about later?
There is, yeah. But I don't have it exactly to hand to describe.
That's fine as long as we're
Give me a
progressing, if you
second.
find it, you can just send it to me.
Cool. So do you want me to roll perception, but is there anything else of interest in this room?
Not really. Well, I mean, you can inspect the cauldron and the canisters and the tubes and stuff that are going.
I mean, like, I'd have a peer in, but if it just looks the same as that black shit that just fucking melted the floor, I'm
Is the stuff
touching it.
still funneling into the cauldron?
Yeah, slowly. Like it's kind of like it's almost like a tar.
Are there any like visible valves that could be turned to kind of stem the flow?
Not really. It literally looks as if they're like stuck into the bottom of these canisters. The canisters also are not see-through. Like they're not. They're kind of like sheet metal that's covering it.
Is it one of these, Graham?
For what? The sheet metal?
The
or
symbol.
what? I can't really check Skype because it'll fuck up thingy.
No, it's not porno.
Link it in roll 20.
It's probably not.
Okay.
You can check it later, Graham, but it's probably not.
Yeah, I'm gonna go by it's probably not. Right. Can I? Right, so it's all kind of drip feeding into this cauldron. Is there anything else kind of kicking about the cauldron? Like, are there any more other, like, raw materials kicking
No.
about?
There's literally nothing else in the room that seems to be getting fed into it. It's just this.
Graham,
Mhm.
see the stuff that's spilled on the floor. Is it still eating away at stone, or is it kind of stopped now?
Yeah, it's stopped. Like it seems to have calmed itself a bit.
Well, I would say kind of we're not really getting anywhere here. So I turned to Hakon and Thonan and was like, right, we're not getting anywhere. I think the best course of action would be to take Lord Karlington here to the old man to see if we can decipher what he is on about. And maybe leave someone here to pose as guard so this cauldron doesn't get misused by maybe if Lord Karlington has an accomplice in this or whoever.
Sure.
Anyone?
Seems alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Hakon, you seem to be the...
Whoever wants to stay here, if we leave the owl with them, that can be a very quick alarm call for to summon you guys. As long as you get back to Mira.
Right. As you guys are kind of discussing this, like some kind of fucking weird egg timer.
Some sort of do-nothing bitch.
No. Lord Karlington starts to like spasm and kind of like writhe on the floor.
I literally just turn around and watch.
Okay. So
I instantly jump on top of him and pin his arms away and turn his head to the side.
okay. Interesting. Okay, so he kind of like starts to like he's continuing to kind of like writhe on. You can feel quite a lot of like strength coming off of him to like
Yep.
like kind of it's honestly like it's just like thrashing, like almost as if he's having a fit.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's still tied.
And can you roll a reflex save?
definitely.
What's happening during that, Graham? If that...
What do you mean, what's
reflex
happening?
save? Well, I'll just keep going with that.
Well,
now.
I'm imagining it's a buckaroo sort of situation.
No.
I'm assuming if something's happening, can I stealth as that's occurring?
Yeah, you can do. So basically, as you kind of like jump on him and try to like pin him down on the floor and kind of keep him still. Yes, Will.
Can I go fill one up with the black stuff?
Yeah. There's like those kind of little like funnel things to pour into it, but you need to get something to pour from the cauldron. Anywho, basically,
So do I have one or am I not going?
no, you can do.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna grab a couple.
But he had some. But anyway, he's kind of like you kind of like look down and hold his head down and like pin him kind of like down on the floor, and you happen to just look down and see kind of like seeping from him is that same kind of like black stuff that looks as if it's kind of like pouring out from like the pores in his skin.
Right. Okay.
So you passed the reflex save, so you can react how you wish to that.
Yeah, I would probably like.
Let's see
I
what
would
he's up.
definitely be jumping off, like getting my hands and skin away from that shit.
Okay, so yeah, like over the next kind of like
My rope's fucked.
over the next
expensive rope.
over the next 5 or 10 seconds, he like continues to like get a bit more frantic and a bit more like it goes a bit more crazy, and
Time to get my rope.
more and more of this kind of like black kind of like ichor stuff kind of coming out of him. But it looks slightly different, as if it's been kind of like, because it's been mixed in with his like blood. It kind of looks a lot different. It looks less dark, but it looks a lot more like it's like bubbling a lot more and kind of like being a lot more violent. And it just slowly like seeps out of his pores and starts to like cover him on the floor. And after about 30 seconds, he just stops.
So is he dead?
Well, he's not moving anymore, and there's now more of this black stuff on the floor than him.
He's dead then.
Okay.
Like as soon as that reflex check was done, I would have pegged it out to go and get him.
You'll get who?
Okay.
Yeah, I've sent the owl away.
To what?
Because he can't watch this. He's a young owl, man. Like,
Oh, right, okay.
I literally just sent the owl away to go and like inform Mira and the old man to come to the house.
Okay. Have you told us that, or is that like...
No, I would have done that like as soon as I jumped off him and he started like pissing black out of him. I would have gone, shit, someone might need to help him.
Aye, but... Okay. So we should just wait here then, to be honest.
I was thinking we'd go upstairs and meet him at the front door.
But there's still an orc up there.
What a measly orc. We've got a gnome. He can kick things in the shin.
Let's fucking go. I'm still stealth, by the way, Graham. I'm just going to wander up.
okay, I'm going to quickly sort some stuff.
Right, so he is a black puddle
Where's
on the floor. Is that correct, Graham?
Yes, it's kind of
Is
basically.
his face still there?
Is the black? Yeah, I was going to say. Is the black
If you
puddle still-
like, you know what happened to the stone floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine that on a body.
Perfect.
I understand this, but is his...
Is his face still
still there.
there? Part of it, probably. I mean, if you want to sift through it and look for it, then yeah.
Can we-
But
Yeah. Well, what I think Soulsby was trying to ask is, can we move the face slightly away from the black liquid?
So that
to
we
try
can
and
still be
maintain
like, he
its-
was here, but now he's melted.
like the Wicked Witch
And
of
it
the
wasn't...
West sort
to be
of thing.
fair, to porno, we did at least technically gunge that pedo.
we did gunge that beast. We gunged that beast.
That beast has been thoroughly gunged.
I can't find my phone.
But can is there like something we could use to like maybe like fish aside like his face?
Just get a stick and prod
Can I
it.
run next door and grab a sword or whatever, a weapon off the fucking mongo's next door and like swipe his face to the side?
Yeah.
Or like anything to prove that that is Lord Karlington.
This puddle used to be a dude.
There was like he did have like a couple of bits of like jewelry. I can't even say that jewelry and stuff on him, and it's now just kind of like lying in the stuff that is
Right.
there.
So just to check, Graham, this stuff,
Mhm.
whatever the black stuff is, will melt flesh, will melt stone, but jewelry's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Oh, so we can just...
it's like solid gold. It's a
It's
bit
okay
better.
for now.
Yeah. Still though.
Right, so I want to... Is there anything in the room I could use, or am I going to have to go outside and grab something?
You
I
could-
want like a stick.
What
or
have you
anything.
got on? You must have stuff on you.
Yeah, but I've already lost a rope. I don't want to lose any more, Graham. It was a silk rope as well. To be fair, I definitely didn't use 50.
I produce an arrow and give it to Jonas.
Okay.
Awesome. Right. I use this arrow and just like... obviously don't flick it. Nothing is getting flicked with this black ooze kicking about. But like, I just kind of like drag the jewelry onto the stone where there's like no black stuff. And like maybe half of his face if I can do that.
Okay. Right now you kind of get a look at it. It does look as if it's like slightly eating away at it, but you can see like Lord's crest. That's kind of like fairly
Yeah.
distinguishable as his stuff.
Did I get any of his face? No.
I mean, without turning this into like a fucking episode of DC Comics, no, you've not just got his face.
Damn. Okay, right. His jewelry will be fine.
Hey, Mrs. Karlington, we killed your husband.
Well,
Here's a keepsake.
he kind of melted. Here's his face.
We are the good guys.
Right. So
You don't-
I
you've
suggest
never
we
met
go
us.
upstairs, maybe leave someone on guard. Like, is Nashoba with us, Porno, or is that
No,
not?
she stayed with Mira.
Okay.
I decided that she'd not be particularly great at sneaking, being up.
Yes. No. Of course. Because obviously we want to ensure that no one's tampered with anything before.
Well,
so
maybe we
have-
should leave the gnome here because he's inconspicuous enough and
He doesn't have any spears.
And from what we've seen so far, isn't particularly keen on the running in and fighting bit. Only shows up when he needs to.
Are you happy with that, Thonan?
Yeah, why the fuck, man?
Top bloke. Right.
Oh, so this
Let's
week.
get going, hack on. Let's get rolling.
While they go, I'm gonna sit in like a corner. I'm gonna roll stealth.
Okay, let's see how this goes. Holy shit!
No one sees you.
And I'm just
Ever.
gonna sit and read the book.
Okay, cool.
Paying 0 fucks to anything that's going on.
I
there.
also have an 8 to stealth. Just as much as that was a crit, even still.
I know, and 8 to stealth is good.
Because he's so small, it's really easy to hide.
Yeah, true. Right, so I want to go up the opposite stairs because, like, fuck the police.
Right, what stairs? Ping him.
Ping him.
That's the one. That's the one that Thonan came down originally. Yeah.
Aye, but we didn't come down because the
Wanna
orcs
go
on that side. I'm a fucking chibham.
Okay.
But
We're being
do
sneaky.
you want me
Graham.
to
We're being
re-roll stealth, Graham?
Yes.
Or is the okay? I shall re-roll stealth.
So it's just you and Hakon that are heading up. Yeah.
26G. Obviously, I go first.
No, that one.
Where's my stealth? That. Oh, not bad.
Okay, so
Well,
you
that
guys
fell.
are now over here.
Aye.
We're the
Can I see the
super
cunt?
squad.
Nah, he's moved.
To where?
I just haven't moved him yet. Okay, he is now no longer there.
Is he still slightly singed?
Hmm?
Is he still slightly singed?
Yes, he is still
Where-
slightly singed. As far as you know, unless he's some kind of like regenerating troll.
I take
and
it we
not
don't know
actually
where
a
he
half-orc.
is.
No.
Can I poke my
if he was
head
a regenerating
into?
troll, then
it-
he would still be slightly strange.
Is this room beside us? The door open or what?
Yeah, and there's smoke coming out of it.
Can I poke my head in to see what the crack is?
Yeah. There's a lot of books on the floor. Most of them are like singed. There's a couch that like is now just black, and there's just a lot of smoke coming off of various things that were on fire and are now no longer on fire.
I just kind of like go back over to Hakon and be like, just to whisper in his ear, like, Thonan obviously had fun, and just kind of nod towards the door,
Right. So,
and then move to this corner to see what I can see. I'm still behind the wall, but the squares are a bit off, so to see,
yeah,
like,
I'm just
more
going to be
into the
following
room.
him, facing the other way.
Okay, there's no one in the kind of like main hall.
Okay, cool. Can I go to this door then and have a wee butchers? Do you want me to roll sleight of hand or something to see about the door?
Have no butchers.
Yeah. You can kind of the door. There isn't actually a door on that one. I've put it in, but it's just a kind of like open bit, and looking in, it's just a kind of like kitchen area.
Okay, I would sneak over here.
Okay.
To this one.
There is
Boop.
nothing in that room.
Awesome. I would go to these double doors and have a wee butchers in there.
None in there.
Awesome. Out of these double doors.
So
are these...
so far you've done this.
Aye, but I just would rather make sure nobody's there than. Be
I know.
like,
No,
"Aye,
I'm just
gonna
saying,
start out."
like using like processes of elimination.
I like process of
Are
elimination.
these front doors open or are they shut?
They're shut.
That's fine. So I want to go essentially through the next room, and then across the hall to here.
Okay.
Obviously, if
I'm
there's
gonna
someone
chill
there, I'm not
here.
just gonna fucking swag about.
No. What's in that room is what you can see just now.
So nothing.
Nothing. Yeah. That was
So I
the,
kind
that
of
was the room
nod
that,
in.
that was the room you originally met him in.
I kind of nod into the room and then go in towards these doors.
Okay.
That I'm not in the wall. I am still in this room.
I realise the squares are fucked. Don't worry.
And then, so what's the crack with these doors?
They are shut, double doors, wooden.
Can I sleight of hand to try and open them slowly?
You can, yeah.
16.
You can try and open it.
Try and open it. I just want to open it like a crack, like obviously open them small amount, so I can like see into the room a bit and have a bit of a listen.
Okay, so you open it slightly. You don't open it too far, and you just kind of like have a listen inside, and you can hear voices from inside.
Do I know what they're saying?
They are speaking. What languages do you know?
God. Let's put. Where's languages again? Is there an actual language? I speak common and Elven. Common and Elven.
Okay, they're not speaking something you understand.
Okay. Is there definitely two different voices, or is it like?
Yeah, it's definitely two different voices.
What I mean is, it's not three.
No, it's two. It's one of them is female, one of them is male, and they both sound. It sounds like a kind of gruff language. Like there's a lot of kind of like almost grunting sounding. Yeah,
almost like orc.
You don't know what that sounds like, fucking.
Surely I'd know what orc sounds like. I just don't understand it. Would that not be like?
Yeah, you've probably heard it spoken before. Yeah.
So can I see anything? From like the sounds of the voices and stuff? Can I place them within the room roughly? Like which half, which corner?
Like in front of the door by maybe 10 feet. So like that kind of path. So kind of right in the center of the room almost.
So I'll turn back round to Hakon, assuming he's in visual sight, and just like point to my ear and then hold up like 2 fingers and then point into the room. Does he do anything?
I don't know. He did something.
Give you a thumb up.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I don't have Skype open. Sorry, but I'll do that.
Oh,
and do you want me to roll sleight of hand again, or can I just try and open the door enough to get in?
Is this mainly because you rolled a shit roll and want to try and get rid of it?
No, it's totally up to you. I don't know whether I have to roll, because essentially I've done 2 different things. I don't know whether I have to roll twice or not.
You can roll again, just because that was to like open the door and listen in, rather than actually.
Open it.
Okay.
So I don't want to open it and just like fucking fling it open and be like, "Sup, bitches." I want to open it so like I can get in and just be like, ah.
Okay. So yeah, you open it as far as you can to like have a look inside without being too obvious. And you can see inside there is the half-orc barbarian guy who is still slightly singed that you saw earlier, and talking with him is a human shaman who is speaking.
Are they? Sorry.
That's all. They're just speaking Orcish.
So are they facing? Because they look like they're facing this door.
Yeah.
So they're both facing. I'm just making sure before.
Oh no, they're facing each other. Like they're talking to each other. They're not looking at the door.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna go in, assuming Hakon knows the plan, of the same plan as last time.
Yeah. I would make that assumption. If I hear ruckus, I'm coming in.
So I want to go in to.
Right. Have you? Yeah, you've still got a stealth. Okay.
Yeah. I can't remember what the value was. 26.
Yeah.
Where do I want to go into?
So basically, right, that sleight of hand roll you've got allows you to open the door, get through, and close the door behind you.
Wait.
No, I want to leave it slightly ajar. Or, well, I can close it, because to be fair, Hakon's just going to bust in.
Yeah, you need to close it back to what you've got it at just now, else it would probably be too obvious.
Yeah. I couldn't, leave it,
Graham, before Soulsby goes in, I want to prod Jonas on the shoulder and kind of point to the door that we came back through, the door that we came in from, and then walk towards it, hoping that he's going to follow me.
Okay.
I would follow him.
Yeah. So yeah, it would just be get far enough away that we could whisper without being heard through that room,
Mhm.
and just say to him like, "We've both taken a beating from the previous fight. I don't know how we're going to be able to stand up against a barbarian."
I kind of nod my head, and then kind of I whisper like, "Yeah, I suppose we should probably just try and stealthily get our two helpers in through the main door and leave those two in there."
What we can do is try and lock them in.
With your key.
Yep.
And then I kind of like gesture him to go over to the door.
Okay, Graham, I want to try and lock
Okay,
this door.
Well played.
What one? Ping it. That one.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Double door.
Second.
As far as I remember from that last time, these two don't have locks on them. If I don't know if that's correct or not, but I think this one did.
Which one?
The big one, the one that I'm standing in front of, I was pretty sure that was like a double door with a lock.
It's got a bolt rather than a lock. Like it's a large kind of like.
Which side is the bolt on?
The other side.
Right, okay. So my plan's not going to work then.
Is there any large furniture?
Yeah, there's like fucking
Wait,
couches and
before
tables
we
and
go
stuff.
further into this, are the hinges on our side? Like, is this a pull open door or is it a push through door?
It's a push through. Like you'd push it into the room.
But my theory behind this is essentially if we put some large furniture in front of there, then we'll hear them.
Yeah, but I don't think either of us can lift large furniture quietly.
True. Right, let's just be stealthy. We'll go with that.
Okay.
I mean, if you guys manage to be stealthy enough, you could probably get a pretty good jump on them from the other side rather than this side.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying, Graham.
Just giving you options.
See this door here, Graham?
Mm-hmm.
What's this one like?
That's similar, but that one actually has a lock on it.
Okay.
So we can try to lock that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's do that.
Okay, so...
There's also the two doors on the other side you'd have to lock.
Yeah,
as well.
I know.
Just saying.
But, so I'm going to try and give this one a lock.
I mean, you could just start a fire. I mean, it worked well before.
I actually have the means to do that as well.
Don't start a fire.
Anyway. Was it a plus 10?
For the key, yeah.
Yeah, it must be. I've got a flint and steel. I can start a fire as well.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay. So that door's locked.
That's locked up.
That
tight.
door is actually
Well,
welded shut.
I wouldn't. No,
You managed to weld
it's
it.
fucking locked, right? Don't. None of this is welded or it's locked up good. It's locked, right? Don't push your shit.
Oh, it's welded shut.
I merely suggested that it was locked well.
It is locked well. It's locked about as well as a door with a lock can be
I
locked.
successfully locked that door.
Yeah.
Right, I'm assuming we're moving around to this one then.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I'm going to move around the corner to this door. What do I see, Graham?
You see a door. It's shut. It's got a lock on it.
Guess what I'm
Roll.
going to try and do?
Try and roll another 20.
19.
Okay, that locks.
Excellent.
Next door.
Repeat process.
Honestly, like you shouldn't even have to roll for this one because it'll be the identical lock for the one you just locked. So fuck it.
Perfect. Right, so I've locked these doors.
Let's
Smash
start a
it.
fire.
No, let's...
Because basically the check is
Then
whether
they
or
can't
not
get out.
the skeleton key works in that door.
Yeah.
So if it worked in one of them, it'll work in both.
Cool. So to the front door.
Excellent.
And as I'll whisper to Hakon that he should be the one to greet them so I can stay stealthed in case anything goes down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
so I want...
so essentially, Graham, when all this happens, I want to follow them, but all in stealth, so that if something happens, I
Right.
can. Stab
Okay,
them.
just to put things into perspective, the walk from David's house, where Mira currently is, to here, takes about 20 minutes.
We've done quite a lot of sneaking.
Winston-
Like, sneaking's not. Quick.
But I've got a timer. Winston travels quicker, in that he would get there a lot faster. However, there's still the fact of actually getting from the house to here.
That's cool.
So, at this point, they could already been told by Winston. He could already be there. He could already like relayed his message, and they could be on their way. But they might not get here for a while.
That I'm entirely okay with that. What do we see outside the main front door?
None. It's kind of dark. It's still nighttime.
At the gates, at the far end of the path,
Mhm.
are there guards?
Not that you can see.
Okay. So we know there's no guards patrolling outside, and we can't see any at the gates. So I would say that the only other person that we need to worry about is the maid,
Mhm.
who we haven't seen yet since patrolling this upstairs. So I guess we might as well go and try and find her and
Graham,
give her the same process.
is this door the same door as the ones opposite? Which
Yeah.
would make sense in a house.
Also, you've not seen Emma.
The maid that we know, David's
Yep.
wife.
Yeah.
She could be burned alive.
She was originally that pink dot, but that pink dot's no longer there, so I'm gonna have to move it.
Okay.
Can I do the same sort of thing of like sleight of hand through this door and see have a wee peer in?
Okay. Yeah, there is a maid in there.
Yeah, but what else is in there?
Is it Emma or is it?
No, it's the one that was in the halls before.
Okay, so I would gesture to Porno to lock that door as well.
Okay.
Just like
I'm assuming is it the
If
same
you,
door?
if you start a fire now, this is going to look really bad.
I know. I'm not going to start a fire
I
unless
am.
the pyromaniac.
Downstairs does.
I just
Downstairs
get out
won't
I just get out my flint and steel.
Start-
This is
start
not
go-
Minecraft, and you will stop right now.
Just start like clicking away at it, getting it going,
Right. So,
rubbing,
it
rubbing,
up.
rubbing
Graham,
his sticks
I'm gonna-
together.
Graham, I'm going to lock that door as well. If
Okay.
it's the same as the other ones.
Yeah, fair enough.
Perfect.
It's the same kind of lock. It's fine.
Yeah, no, that's
I
sure.
point upstairs.
I was just checking. Yeah, I think the only places we've not been are upstairs. So me and him are going to go upstairs and have a wee look around. If that's okay with you, Graham.
We didn't start the fire. It was always burning.
No.
It was.
Oh, I forgot about that lad.
Oh. Cool. So I would check this door first. Do you want me to roll sleight of hand on every door, Graham, or can we just check them?
You can check them all. Basically, if it's revealed, you've already checked it, and I'm not going to say nothing has changed
Okay.
because I can't
awesome.
be arsed.
What about this one? Do you want me to roll?
You can if you want.
Do you want me to?
No, because it's just a random room. Like you have a map, you know what the floors are. You know this is a spare room.
Aye, but like, is there anyone in it?
No.
Awesome. Anyone in it?
Okay. This door, you know, is Lady Karlington or like the Karlington's like main bedroom.
Okay, I say we do that one last.
Okay.
Porno to hack on.
I nod.
This one.
Okay. Nothing in there.
There's not a door, but this one.
There is a door.
Where?
There.
Oh, okay. It was all blacked out.
Yeah.
This one.
It's the same one.
This one.
Okay. You hear noise from inside of just somebody like pottering about. And you can kind of like peer the door open slightly, and there's just a maid rummaging through stuff and just sorting things.
Is it Emma?
No.
Is it the same door as downstairs?
Yes.
It's locked.
Okay.
We go back to Lord Karlington's room.
Okay.
What's down this corridor, Graham? It's not revealed yet.
Nothing.
Oh, God.
Right.
Shit.
I suggest that we leave this room. Don't lock it. Just leave it. But that's where we take the old man and Mira first when they get
Can
here.
you see the maid in that room, by the way?
Which room?
No, you can't. Right, there's actually a maid in that room, and she's on the wrong fucking thing. Here you go.
Yeah, we couldn't see anything. That's why.
Ah. Well, she's locked in there now.
So as we're walking across, I'm suggesting. To
Wait,
Jonah-
does that mean these are not? Oh, for fuck's sake!
What?
All right, carry on.
Yeah, I would be saying to Jonas that I don't think we should lock that room. Like, I think that we should leave that one and take Mira and what's his name? What's the old man's name?
Mr.
Sure.
Barnes. What is he
Surely-
coming? Is he coming as well?
Yeah, wasn't he with Mira?
Oh, Jesus Christ, yeah, you guys have got a lot longer to wait then.
Okay. Yeah, because that's what I sent the L to go get Mira and him. Anyway,
Alright.
Yeah, I would say that's where we take those two first when they get here to have Mr. Barnes explain to Lady Karlington before we go downstairs and do the big ta-da.
I semi-agree, but I also don't think the Lord's wife should go downstairs in any capacity.
Yeah,
As in the basement.
like we can't just have her going. I trust you guys that I've never met.
I can. But as in your plan, I don't think after Mr. Barnes and that has met her, we should be like, now come downstairs and see your melted husband's face.
Yeah, that's only a backup if she doesn't believe us.
Oh, okay. I'm fine with this plan.
Okay.
I'll just
And
go
if she
wait
still
by the
doesn't
front
believe
door.
us, we're going to the lodge.
Right, well, for the simplicity's sake of everything, you've
Everyone's
basically, like, scouted the entire house.
Yep.
Everything is somewhat contained, including some maids.
Some doors are welded shut.
Some doors are locked to the best of their capability. We'll take a break,
Graham.
and when we come back, time will have passed and shit will have happened, and we'll continue from there.
Sweet,
Good,
we got a
I
break?
really need a piss.
Yep.
Yes.